G400&MAX user reviews G425 drivers. The look of them. This time, it's not Plus, it's Max. Max revived. SFT and LST are same. The looks from the top. The crown is simpler and cleaner on 425 than G400. And the size of 425 Max is same as G400 Max. And it carries a Gundam duct. Do you know Gundam? Here. The Gundam. Here. A large weight here. It's stand out. And it is movable for adjustability. And 425 Max and SFT are same size from the top. And face geometry, 425 Max is more square than 400, which is a little open. And SFT is slightly closed. And LST looks different. It looks small. Trajectory and distance. I'm currently using G400, and on this day I put the same shaft for all heads, which is 265. The fitter on this day was a quiet person, and he did not say anything. When I hit the first ball, I thought that was straight, but it turned out that was a hook. Okay, and the fitter did not say anything, so I continued to hit the hooks for G425. I tried to hit draw because G400 Max was fade bias, right? So I think I needed to draw this, but it turns out that 425 Max has more draw bias this time. Okay, so those numbers are not very good. So I'm going to show you the data from the other day. And on this day, I felt that spin was a little smaller for 425, and distance, those numbers are not good, but when I hit it correctly, I felt that 425 was a little longer. Okay, LST. LST was more consistent on this day. Ball speed is almost same, but the total distance is good. The height is not very good, but I felt this was very stable and consistent. SFT, well, on this day I couldn't hit the SFT correctly because it was too much draw biased for me. Okay, for the first shot, I thought this was straight, but the side is nearly 2000. Okay, the spin axis is 45 degree left, so it's 83-yard hook. And for the last one, I tried very hard to hit it straight and long, but still I hooked it. So on this day, I could not hit the SFT correctly. For comparison, I hit Sub-Zero and Sim on this day, and I thought that Sub-Zero was the longest, I thought. However, I also hit my driver, which has a very unique spec, 48-inch and 7-degree loft, something like that. So I couldn't time Sub-Zero properly this day. So those numbers are not good. But Sub-Zero is a very good driver, very long. And I don't know why, but I could time sim very good this day. I hit a couple of over 280 here. For 45-inch driver, those numbers are very good for me. This is the data of 425 on the other day, October. So as I said, when I hit it correctly, for example like this, it gives a very proper spin, long distance, and proper height, about 30 yards. So 425 is good. Summary of the best trajectory. You may object that I shouldn't compare with the best shot, but so those are just for your reference. Okay, 400 max, when I hit it correctly, it's long. Okay, and LSD is good too. Okay, and on this day, I didn't hit the Sub-Zero very nicely. And the sim was somehow longest on that day. Okay, that simulator gives a good number with a low spin, so you may consider it. Those are more proper number. Sound, feel, and workability. Sound, the pitch is higher on this order. Zexio, you know Zexio, the king of driver in Japanese market, and 410. 410 was cranky, right? You may know. And sim brake, those composite parts are quiet. And 425 is in between. LSD is a little quiet. I mean low pitch. Loudness is same tendency, and the feel, you have many ways to express the feel, but if I say does it feel hollow or solid, I felt in this order. So same as the sound. Okay, 410 feels hollow, very clunky, and those composite parts feel solid. And again, the 425 is in between. Workability, nowadays, not many people try to work the ball with driver, but if you do, LSD may be the best because of the size, and other one I'm not sure. Draw or fade bias. Obviously, SFT has by far the biggest draw bias. However, I think it's too much draw bias. And LSD is almost the same as G-Max. I mean previous Max. Okay, and I may say those are straight biased. Okay, not fade biased. And 425 Max this time has much more draw bias. Then let me talk about the compatibility. If you need easiness of rotation of the head, you should select the LSD because of the size of it. But still, it's very forgiving. And if you need anti-slice functionality, of course you should pick SFT. However, I think it's too much draw biased. And if you need penetrating drive, low spin property, you may already using Sub-Zero or SIM, but LSD is as strong as Sub-Zero or SIM. So if you are TaylorMade or Callaway user, you need to try LSD. Very strong trajectory. And 425 MAX this time has also a very strong trajectory, low spin, much more low spin than 400. And if you want a feel of the head weight, I actually measured the weight of those head. Those are 199 grams without adapter. So with adapter, it may be a 205 or something. And SFT has a lighter head, and those are in between. More what's for me, if you are in market for new driver, if you need something new, you should try, you should start from 425 MAX. It has stability and the forgiveness of 400 MAX, easiness of trap of the ball of 400, and has lower spin and more adjustability. Okay, it's too perfect. So if you cannot hit it, it may be your fault. The only issue is what can pin do next? They have nothing to improve with 425 MAX. And some of you may hit 400 MAX to the right. And this time, 425 MAX has more draw bias. So you may choose this max. And if you need to work it, of course LSD. But you may hit it straight though, not fade or draw, just straight. If you are Sub-Zero user and prone to starting to the right, you also may try LSD. And if you have a fast swing speed but hit sim to the right, because the sim is a large head, large center of gravity distance from the shaft, you also try LSD. Because of the size of the head, it's easy to square the face. Still very forgiving. Lastly, if you are G400 LSD user and skipped 410 LSD, for G410 LSD and plus was very close. 410 LSD was not so fade biased, but this time 425 MAX has more draw bias, and 425 LSD is more straight bias. So those are separated this time. So if you still use 400 LSD, it may be a time to change to new LSD. And lastly, if I Golftat set for myself, I'm gonna pick 425 MAX, 9 loft, Ultra JCB slate, X flex, 46.5 inch, and I'd like to reduce the head weight, maybe by 7 grams. And the loft stay 9 but flat setting. Okay, that's it for this presentation. Thank you for watching.